There is one type of person you can read almost instantly, not because they are honest, not because they are transparent, but because they cannot hide their hunger. The people who fight hardest to be noticed usually reveal the most about themselves, and the more desperately someone tries to control attention, the more attention exposes them. Because real power does not beg to be seen. It is felt, and insecurity always performs. The loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. Most attention seekers are not chasing admiration. They are escaping something far deeper, being ignored, being overlooked, being forgotten. To most people, silence is neutral, but to someone whose identity depends on recognition, silence feels like rejection. That is why they interrupt, why they overshare, why they force jokes, why they dominate conversations that were never about them. They are not communicating. They are searching for eyes, searching for approval, searching for proof that they matter. And the moment your sense of worth depends on being noticed, you become predictable. Attention is not just social. It is chemical. Every compliment, every reaction, every like, every message, every head that turns. The brain records it as reward, and reward creates craving. Craving creates dependence, and dependence destroys control. Soon, they no longer speak because they have something worth saying. They speak because silence feels empty. They no longer post because they have something meaningful. They post because disappearing feels unbearable. And once your actions are driven by external reward, your behavior starts leaking information. Need is impossible to hide. It leaks through tone, through posture, through timing, through unnecessary explanations, through forced confidence. Watch closely. The person who constantly reminds you how successful they are usually doubts it. The person who keeps announcing how unbothered they are usually is. The person who says, "I don't care what people think," over and over again, usually cares the most. Because confidence does not advertise itself. Need does. And when someone needs your attention, they surrender something priceless. Mystery, what cannot be easily read, often commands respect, not because it is louder, but because it is harder to access. Think about it. The rare voice carries more weight than the constant one. The person who speaks only when necessary is listened to differently, because scarcity creates value. And attention seekers do the opposite. They make themselves available. All the time, every opinion, every emotion, every achievement, every frustration, every victory, every insecurity, broadcasted, repeated, explained. And when everything is visible, nothing feels valuable. You will see them everywhere. In meetings, in friendships, in social circles, online. The person who cannot let someone else finish speaking. The person who turns every story back to themselves. The person who needs a last word. The person who posts not to share, but to be reassured. The patterns are always there. And once you understand human behavior, you stop listening only to words. You start watching what people need, because what a person chases reveals what controls them. Stay silent. Stay disciplined. Let results speak. Subscribe for more Stoic wisdom and modern power.